Well, hey everybody, how's it going? Good to see you guys. It is a beautiful day here in Brewster, Massachusetts, right outside of the Ocean Edge mansion. The Ocean Edge Resort and Golf Club is 429 acres of land, including a golf course and membership and all the crazy stuff. It's huge. I'll take this off. So we saw how I got here, but I don't think a lot of people know like how I got here. So we're gonna just journey back real quick to I could go all the way back. I could go back 21 years being in Orlando and all of my Disney experience, all my Disney background. But I think we're gonna keep this one nice and concise and just talk about how I ended up here within the last sort of year and few months, 2020 to now. So as many of you may or may not know, I spent about 17 years with the Walt Disney Company in various roles from 2000 right up into 2020, but little chunks of time. So of 21 years living in Orlando, spent 17 with Disney. Attractions, cruise line, entertainment, Disney Performing Arts, a lot of different roles, which was great and very cool. But in January of 2020, I separated from the Walt Disney Company. Just before pandemic hit, I got hooked up with Cirque du Soleil. I was working for them and their retail team. I was hired for exactly 5 days. We unloaded 17 pallets of merchandise into the theater, and then we got sent home and never returned. Now, just prior to getting hired with Cirque du Soleil, for a very brief period of time, I worked for Dragonfly Studio and Productions, a small production studio in Winter Garden, Florida. The owner's name is Elaine. She's an amazing person, but life happens, and some life stuff happened for her, which then allowed her to not be able to fully hire me as we expected. And then Cirque came along. Then after Cirque, as we headed into Corona pandemic, well, I just sat home and played a lot of video games and watched a lot of things that were new to me. Tiger King. In June, things in Orlando are starting to reopen. Disney Springs is back open. Mom gets called back to work at the Contemporary, and then the parks slowly open, in which they recruit Advent Health to do temperature screenings for guests at the theme parks. I got hired as part of that team at Advent Health. It was super easy, great money for a very easy job, so I was looking for more. Got hired on in August at the Westgate River Ranch Resort as their activities supervisor. And for September, it was good. And then October came, and a lot of things didn't add up. A lot of things weren't lining up as I had hoped they were going to there. And so, unceremoniously, I left Westgate River Ranch and went to Target. One of the big components of that separation was Westgate was over an hour and a half drive for me both ways, and Target I could see from my house, and it was the same rate. So it made a little more sense. But then Target during the season, the holiday season, also not for me. One thing I will say about myself is that as I've gotten older, I know what I'm capable of. I know what I can withstand. I also know what I do not want to be part of. And sadly, a lot of those do not want to be part of things became more and more apparent. So my quest and journey to find the right thing that fit me, fit my personality, fit my background was on. I went back to Advent Health, was temperature checking for a few months, and then I went on LinkedIn. So anybody who has ever questioned the legitimacy of LinkedIn, know that it's worth it. LinkedIn and connected with a Disney Cruise Line alumnus, Jesse, who is the director of fun and entertainment here. Now, we never worked together on Cruise Line, but we have Cruise Line connections, many connections. She had posted that she was looking for summer activities staff, and I thought, well, maybe get out of Orlando for a while and come up to Cape Cod and see what that's like. But then we talked about rate, and I was like, well, that rate isn't really movable. Do you have anything leadership-wise? And she said, I have a beach manager position. Emails and LinkedIn chats and phone calls, I was hired as the beach manager here at Ocean Edge. These are the Brewster Flats. Shortly after I accepted the beach manager role, I was asked if I could come up and help out with the April school break activities. Let me be here. Now, what was supposed to be the end of May became the middle of April, and here I am. Now, some people have asked if this is a permanent move or it's only temporary. For the time being, it is a summer move. It is a summer job, summer gig. We'll see how everything goes and if there's a spot for me available come the end of the season. So whether this is a permanent move or not, it still remains to be seen. But so far so good, everything's going really well. We'll see how the actual summer season goes. I know winters here are kind of quiet, so I'm not really sure exactly what they would have for me, but only time will tell. I'm about 10 days away from my 40th birthday, and I always thought that Disney would always be an option for me and always be the be-all, end-all of things. Turns out that maybe just my Disney experience is what will bring me to whatever's next. As for now, with the summer months just ahead of us, we're gonna stay here at Ocean Edge Resort in Brewster on Cape Cod and make the best life we possibly can. Because no matter how you slice it, dice it, julienne it, it's always a good day to have a good day. When life is a little less busy and there's less people here in the weeks between now and summer actually starting, hopefully I'll get to take you on an actual tour of the resort and show you exactly what is available here. But I mean, there's a pool, there's tennis courts over there, you got all the stuff. So that, my friends, is how I ended up here at Ocean Edge Resort and Golf Club. Hopefully you found it interesting, hopefully you're intrigued. If you have any questions, go ahead and throw them in the comments below. Thank you always for your time and your attention. And as I already mentioned, as I always mention, it's a good day to have a good day. See you next time.